this is Gautam Adarsh. Welcome to our channel. Today we will discuss NCERT Political Science third lesson. What is government? Now we are starting the second unit, that is about the government. Now in this government unit we are going to discuss about what is government, and key principles of democratic government. Okay. What is government and key principles of democratic government. Now let's discuss the third lesson, that is what is government, in this video. Okay. First, when you see, every country has their own government. In the same way, our state of India also have a government starting in the year of 1949, that is when an independent government, that is and democratic government from the year of independence, that is 1949. Okay. Now from that time we are always changing the government party wise. For example, INC, Indian National Congress is there, now BJP, and etc. 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 These all our parties are ruling our India. Now let's know what is meant by government in this video. Okay. First, what is government? If you see in the newspapers that government took a decision to give the free water supply to all the state, etc. and government has won the case in the Supreme Court, and you will be reasoning about the courts, high courts, Supreme Courts, etc. Now these all are come under government. Okay. Now let's discuss what is a government in India. Okay. What is a government in India? Now government in India is of three levels. Levels of government, first we will discuss. Levels of government, first, that is central government. Central government. Now central government also known as the ruler of all the government of all India. Okay. Ruling over India. Okay. In India, the first level, the highest level, this is the highest level of government. Okay. Highest level, that is central government. Now this rule over India, now it has the right to rule over India and can make laws over India, the country which is in India. Now the part of land which is in India, it can make laws and can implement it. Okay. Now the second level of government is state. Now central, our India is divided into 28 states, 8 union territories. Now 8, actually it's of 7, but there is a Daman and Diu and Dadra Nagar Haveli have mixed together. Now state level government. Now there are states, total 36. There are total 36 entities, and for these 36 entities there are state governments and union territory governments. Now for some UTs, that is union territories, not of 36 all have state governments, but some of the union territories, like if you see Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar Islands, they are directly under president rule. Okay. President is the higher authority, the first man of India. Now these some union territories are under president rule and some have their own legislatives, and they make the laws made by in the states will be made by the state governments, means ruling over their own state. Ruling over their own state. Okay. After state, there is lower level of government like Panchayati Raj and municipalities, municipal corporations, then MPTCs, ZPTC, Zilla Parshads, Mandal Parshads, and etc. etc. Only low governments. These are of districts and mandals, villages. districts, mandals, villages are ruled by these people. Now central, state and lower level of government. Now we have discussed central government, state government are the governments which make laws, which we have discussed that central government and state government makes laws. Now this central government makes laws at parliament and state government makes laws in the legislative assembly and council. Now see, for every state there is no council, legislative council. If a state have both legislative assembly and council, we call them as bilateral states. Bilateral, if they have only legislative assembly, unilateral states. See, suppose bilateral and unilateral, the assembly is very important for every state. Now, okay, and union councils are sometimes mandatory and sometimes not mandatory. Now, central state governments are there. The central government makes in the parliament. Parliament again divided into Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. In Lok Sabha, the people elected representatives called MPs. Member of parliaments, there are constituencies for every state and from every constituency there is a MP, and from Rajya Sabha they are not directly elected by the people, but by representatives they will be elected by MLAs and MPs. Now state has again the state has again two, legislative assembly and legislative council. Okay, legislative assembly and council. Now legislative assembly we have MLAs. Again they are divided into the state is divided into legislative assembly constituency and MP constituency. Okay, now these constituencies can vary. Okay, now MLAs make the laws in state government. These MPs and Rajya Sabha members will be making the laws all over the India. Now in council they are not again elected by the representatives. They are elected by the representatives, not by the people. Now this low level of government, it does not have authority to make the laws because it is the low level government. It has only villages. Now the work of this low level government is, it should follow state laws and central laws. It should. This is merely implementing one. Okay. Now it implements state and central laws. Okay. Now if you see, now this the state and central levels will be making the laws and the low level government will be making the laws, implementing the laws of states and central. Now how on every basis these three can make laws? This is the question arrives in your mind now, I think. Now central state governments can't make in all the things they can't make the laws. Now then how they can make laws? Now central government have the central list and state government have state list, and there is another list, concurrent list. Now central list, there are some aspects in the central list on which the central government can make laws. On state list, the state government have authority, and concurrent list is the list of aspects by which both state and central governments can make the laws. Then there is another thing here, that is in spite of the people representation. Now suppose see, these MLAs, MPs are elected by we call as elections. We will discuss at the end of the chapter. Now in these elections, MLAs and MPs are directly representing the people. Okay. Now for MPs there is a general election. general election for every 5 years. The term of this MP and MLA is 5 years. Now general elections will be held in the for MPs for every 5 years, and for state, that is for MLAs, again they have legislative assembly elections, okay, conducted by the state election commission. This is also for every 5 years. Now in spite of these people representation, there is a government representation in the implementation of the laws, that is administrative divisions. Now these administrative divisions are done for easy administration of the country. For administering the country very easily, these administrative divisions, or we call generally districts, are made. Now for this district, for every district there is a collector or IAS officer. Now why I mentioned separately collector and IAS officer? Because IAS officer also a collector, but IAS officer can do many things, like the cabinet secretary he can be made, and he can be made for the secretary, personal secretary. Now but collector is the person who represents the administrative division or district. Now these people are elected by the examination model, okay. Now IAS officers are by UPSC, and collectors are done by collectors. IAS officers can also become collectors, okay, but collectors, the APPSC, not APPSC, it's public service commissions. Service commissions of every state can choose these people by the examination model. First they will be made as the sub-collector, then after they will be made as collector. Now let's discuss about the laws and the government and its types, okay. First, laws of the government, we have discussed that central list, state list, concurrent list, on which this central state can make the laws. Now when coming to types of government, there are two types of government: democratic or independent, we call it, and monarchy. Now the major difference here is the representation. Now in democratic, what happens is that the people represent their own leaders by the way of elections. But in the monarchy, the king and his sons, which we call as hereditary rulers are be made. First, suppose there is a king, then after his dying or after his rule was over, his son will be taking over. Not the daughter also, his son will be taking the rule over that kingdom. This is the monarchy type, and democratic type is people's representation directly. Now we are going to discuss democratic government. We are going to discuss monarchy government in the part of history. Now democratic government. What is this democratic government? Let's discuss in detail, okay. First, what is democratic government? See, democratic government is nothing but only one thing you remember: representation this is the important thing in the democratic government, that is representatives of each constituency or representatives are directly elected by the people itself. No one can influence this. No one can influence the people or force the people to represent only these people. Now in the monarchy system, that's none of the matter people's wish. It's none of the matter people's wish. So they like or they may not like, but that the son of the king, the present king, only will be made the next king. But in the democratic government, it's not happens. Now hereditary is prohibited in the government of democracy, in democracy government. See, now when we are discussing democratic government, representatives are directly elected by people. Now for this elected, how this process goes on? This process goes on through the elections, okay? Through what? Elections. Now these elections are, firstly this democratic government is made in the Greek, okay? This is very important, in Greek. In Greek, firstly in 16th only the Greek have started using the democratic government. Now this elections part, elections, first there will be elections commission for central level and for state level. Now in the central level, after every 5 years there will be a general election. In this general election will be conducted by the election commission of central level and or Indian election commission. Now these people uses the elections. The people will voting. There will be a process called voting. Means people, suppose some people will be standing for representing elections. For people will be standing for these elections, and some people will be standing, and some people, all the people should vote. This is a right. Now right to vote, everyone can vote, okay? There is none of matter who votes. It may be men, it may be women, or any other, but they should be more than 18 years in India. In other countries it's none of the matter, but in India 18 years is the limit, because in this place only we can know who is correct and who is wrong for this country. Now the people will be electing through elections, okay, in the process called as voting, okay, in the process called voting. Now firstly, this right to vote is not there for everyone. Firstly, only kings, the past kings are allowed to vote. Then after, the time was changing, there is a revolution in the people, and the educated people started voting, okay, educated people. Now after educated people, only men, every man can vote. After education people, the time changed, and again the revolution came, and only men are allowed. Then after, women started protesting for their right to vote, and women also, women plus men, okay, women plus men, everyone started voting. Then after 18 years. Now here in this process only above 18 years, means in India it's the limit. There is a limit for the age for voting, in participating in the process called voting, okay. Now this is what we have learned in the lesson, what is government. In the next chapter we are going to discuss about the key elements of democratic government. Now elections is also one of them, remember this. Thank you a lot.